你好啊，牛仔。
欢迎回来，老大大。
我睡了多久了？
太久了。
发生什么了？
这个故事以后再说吧。我收到了召唤，他们想要重建队伍，但比起我觉得他们更需要你。
Jesse， 等等，那你打算怎么办？
我还有一些事情要处理。向那只臭猴子问好。
猴子？
或者科学家，随便了。
远古大陆，群雄割据，四方势力，战火不绝。一为勇气，穿梭于丛林之间，一切障碍都被他视作为猎物。一为力量，劈开了世间万物，巨剑出鞘，是将世界破坏殆尽。一为智慧，操纵着远古奥义，突破自身，迸发出耀世的光芒。一为坚韧，为囚禁了千百年，打破禁锢，只为复仇整个世界。群魔并起，鸟兽无名，王者相争，独霸天下。
Ready to work. Here we are back again in Shanghai. WGL Winter 2018, Day 2, Match 3. We go back to Group B, where Colorful is the leader of the pack, undefeated 3-0. And there he is, being here with his girlfriend, a very cute couple, I gotta admit. He wants to keep the perfect track record. There's 2 players with a perfect track record, and yeah, when we went into the break, we didn't have the result, but Foggy defeated Neutron. He and Lin, they're toe-to-toe, 4-0, both qualified for the playoffs from Group A, the Group of Death. He survived it once again. TH is out.
Yeah, back-to-back world champion out. And we just had a chance to talk with Foggy briefly up on our Instagram. A little interview. Said he was not really surprised to see Lin depart. But yeah, we're in Group B now. Colorful, pretty much the breakout player of the year. Soen, he's been making waves as well, has had decent results recently. Thinking back to Orc Mirror win against Lin, which is a rarity in and of itself. But now, it's not looking too hot for him, I guess. Certainly not as good as it's looking for Colorful. The Night Elf can he can punch his ticket here already if he takes out his Orc opponent. And Colorful has to be favored.
On paper, that is absolutely the case. Colorful is the breakout Night Elf from China. Colorful is on paper the best, one of the best Night Elf versus Orc players in the world with a 64% win rate. But I did some statistics, and that I couldn't believe my eyes really when I saw them. Soen is 4-1 against Colorful, and Soen has a 44% win rate versus Night Elf. How does that work? I don't know. Maybe you have this one opponent that you just know inside out, that you beat all the time.
Yeah.
And on the other side, of course, Soen kind of Colorful's nemesis. I thought on paper this is going to be the least interesting match of the day, but once I saw the statistics, I was like, huh, I really want to see that match now. How does Colorful do in the match against his nemesis, his biggest opponent in that matchup?
Yeah, wouldn't have thought so either. As you said, looking at the statistics, it may only be 2 maps, or 2 matches rather, but yeah, him having had the upper hand pretty much in all their encounters. Don't know if it's been history being going on for long enough for that to be developed into a mental block perhaps, but it certainly gives you confidence when you think back to, hey, I defeated him here, I defeated him there, and that's the 2 matches we had. This is the official encounters we had. Then yeah, that is gonna imbue you with that confidence which you want to have going up into such an important match. That's the one side. The other side is the matchup itself against the race. And I've been spending quite a bit of time today, especially with Focus and Soen, and there was a lot of whining involved. There was a lot of whining involved, let me tell you. One full bus ride full of KOGG. That was the talks. If it is the hero, which we're gonna see, and of course that is extremely likely with a new meta 1.30, this is the patch of the Keeper. Yet Starshape still unsuccessful. Shout out to Oscar. Hope you're having a good time, buddy. All right, here we have Breakout Player of the Year, question mark, I would say so. And once again, underlining here his newfound fame. It was a I was going to say WGL. The China vs. Korea Clan was the next event where he really got China out of deep water, didn't he? He was the one that they relied on towards the end, and he performed under pressure. Soen hasn't had the spotlight yet to enjoy such a success. Hasn't been dominant in that same fashion. And here you can see his scoreline is looking a lot worse. If he loses here, that is him mathematically 100% eliminated, right?
All right.
I think so.
Yeah, for Colorful, of course, it's the other way around. If he wins the match, he is qualified next to Foggy and Lin, of course. And yeah, you were talking about the next clan war, the Korea versus China that we've seen in, was it Shanghai? I'm not too sure. But yeah, that was the only match this year that Colorful has won against Soen. Is that pointing towards another Colorful win here since it was offline? In Race War, Soen defeated Colorful 2-0, sorry. 2-1 it was in the September qualifier of WGL. And in W League, they are both in the first division. Soen defeated him 2-1 as well. So recent results, a lot of recent results, point towards Soen. Gonna be really interesting here, man. Both very young for the Warcraft scene. Colorful only 24. We kind of forget about that since it seems like he's around forever. or at least for the past 4 years. But yeah, 24 only, so in 26, so in the middle of the pack here in the WGL tournament.
All right, seems like we're almost ready to head into our best of 3 here. We're going to start out on Terranar stand, as it seems like has been happening a lot here. A pretty neutral map, shouldn't be favoring either player too much. A very renowned and popular Blade Master map. It's always also not only a question about balance and about map, it's all about preference. Which hero do you want to play? Which hero do you feel comfortable playing? Every orc, of course, is comfortable with Blade Master, having played it for the last 10 years, probably more. Farseer found its way back into the meta, and now the newest meta, in case you guys haven't been watching yesterday, is the Shadow Hunter. Go for the Shadow Hunter, go for early creeping, lightning shield creep if possible, and go for high levels, go for those Serpent Wards, which have been buffed so much, which turn out to be pretty damn good against Keeper and Hunts alike. And this is a good map to do it on as well. Seems like we're ready to head into our first map here between these two. It is decision time. The winner is gonna make it, well, if it's colorful, is gonna make it through. Soen cannot afford a mistake. If he loses here, he is out. And now we start.
Yeah, I want to go back to the next China versus Korea clan war, because that was really colorful. Whoa, Womble first. Okay. A colorful wants to break. Ooh. Interesting situation now. I want to go back to the next clan war, China versus Korea. Colorful was by far the weakest player in Team China's lineup. It was TH, Infi, 120, Fly, and Colorful. A lot of big names, world championships everywhere in that team, except for Colorful, who didn't even make it to 1 GCS playoffs. It was a win for Team Korea on day 1, so if China loses day 2 as well, they lose clear 2-0, and there's a lot of history between China and Korea, so this is not allowed to happen. The clan war started with 2 1-0 wins, but then he was eliminated by Lin. TH was eliminated by Lin, and it looked like, oh boy, is he starting this dominance again, as it was in WCA China versus Korea in 2016. They seeded Colorful, maybe to get the map pick or whatever, to have a little buffer in between. But Colorful started a rampage. It was unbelievable. Defeating Lin, defeating Soen, defeating Law Liot, who was also out of control during that weekend, securing the win for China, and yeah, saving the decider match that then Moon won against 1-2-0. But since then, Colorful is part of the Chinese elite, and as I said, this could be, with one more win, his first Gold League playoffs. He's been here 4 times already. Also a statistic that I didn't thought that would be the case. He always lost in the group stage, never made a big impact or anything special.
So we've seen him for a while, but I can't blame you guys if you don't have him on your radar. I haven't had him on my radar for top players for a long time, and we too see a lot of Warcraft. So we should have kind of seen this coming. And it's so cool, right? He's been around forever. He was always like middle of the pack, It was kind of like, he's another Night Elf.
Yeah, seriously.
They're like, they're like grains of sand on the beach. They're a dime a dozen. But then suddenly, after putting years and years of work into it, there's this one clicking moment. This one performance at this one event, and it was this next clan war. And suddenly he's there. Suddenly everybody's talking about him. Suddenly he's the best Night Elf in China, which he was miles and miles away from. In the days of Life, he was miles behind. And before that, Shishi was not on the same level as Life, but he was miles behind him as well. And now he is 100% the best Night Elf in China. There is Sini, there's Shi after him, but he has claimed that throne, if you want to call it that.
Absolutely.
And is in prime position to make it into the playoffs. Not making it now would be quite the surprise. And once he's there, that's truly going to be the big stage for him to once and for all prove to everybody that he belongs there as well.
Exactly. In China, a lot of clans are picking up Warcraft players again. Infi is signed, TH is signed, 120 is signed, Law Liot is signed now to Newbie as well. I have heard some rumors that the one or the other team is interested in Colorful as well, which of course is a big help, because then you get a salary, you don't have to do a part-time job, you're not that reliant on prize money, you can just focus on it, or on streaming, so you can stream maybe a little less, don't give away your strategies all the time, the less you have to stream, the more you can hide, which is pretty cool. A good year for Colorful, man. And the year didn't start well for him, let me tell you that. He was eliminated a lot of times in the first rounds. NSL, that was 2017. Sear Cup first round, Automats group stage out, GCS Summer group stage out. But then it got better and better and better and better. AWL made it to the quarterfinals, and especially W League, man. Second place right after Lucifer in the second division, of course, but that's just a great year for him. We still seem to have technical difficulties on Colorful side, though.
Yeah, unfortunately, we seem to have a few of these today. Yes, we
Here we
say
go.
that. Perhaps now it's working finally, and Soin will not be deterred. We see it again, and that is the first time that I'm seeing this. That must be the Headhunter build, I guess.
Yes, this is most likely TC Headhunters. We've seen this from Lin against Foggy in the before-mentioned W League, and Lin teared Foggy a new one. That was not even funny. It was a game on Last Refuge. It was hard to watch. It was brutal for me to cast because Foggy had no chance against that. I think, once again, the idea here is do not give the Night Elf the Mountain Giants, because the TC Headhunter strategy for late game, not really the best thing.
But imagine, like, I felt like when I watched the VOD, I wasn't casting that game actually, I felt like it was supposed to blind counter the early expansion attempt. Which, I didn't see the entirety of it, so take my opinion here with a grain of salt. Because when there's an early expansion for the Night Elf, and suddenly you show up with 40 supply Headhunters with a level 3-4 TC, it's like, oh, well, I'm not ready, dude. Can you please wait for my expansion? So it makes sense against that. But imagine Colorful is staying on one base, is attacking pretty quickly, trying to get to those MGs as quickly as possible. That's exactly what he did yesterday. Can you really break that with a TC? It was attempted yesterday by Fly with a Shadow Hunter, which in my opinion makes a lot more sense, having Serpent Wards to be set up there as well. It's not like the TC can just like dive the Tree of Eternity or whatever.
True.
If it is the TC, let's take a look. It certainly should be him. Well,
Yes, it is. Wow, good old 4-4 or FFA strategy, getting into competitive one-on-one now with the TC Headhunters. Will this supported by maybe a Burrow Rush or a Tower Rush? Could certainly see that as well, if he has the resources though.
I always fear for the man who tries to be aggressive against the Keeper early.
Well, Lin did it yesterday against Neutron and it worked pretty well.
Yes, but Neutron could have perhaps played that a little bit better as well, to be completely frank. And this Keeper is just going to get level 2 right away. That is very easily doable on Terranos stand, for every race nowadays actually, with Lightning Shield being a thing and so on. Gets the double cloak plus the one of mana stealing, and for once, I'm gonna say, it's a really good item. Because the TC is a strength hero, doesn't have much mana thanks to his main attribute and the stats that come with it. His spells are very powerful, but also he's not going to have too many of them. And if you can force him to be one stomp down with that one of massing, I think that's going to be pretty good.
Exactly. So it starts with the Aura. More attack speed, more movement speed, so he's going to be a little more mobile than his opponent is. And he starts with a little green spot, not going for the mercenaries. And Colorful is scouting that and saying, huh, what is going on here? You're not in the middle. You're not at the mercenary camp. What are you doing? And I think they pass each other like ships in the night. Colorful still has no idea what's going on.
He's got a Wisp in the south though. Something's moving.
Yeah. He scouted the Merc camp first, then he went down to the natural, but he has no idea. Now he sees it.
Yeah, now he does. Okay. And I think now the idea has to be, okay, no expansion this time. Let's tech instead. I'm gonna be interested to see how this works out, because Mountain Giants should be the dream against this. Piercing damage with, like, low base value is the absolute dream. It's gonna do, like, 2 damage a hit or something.
Level 2 for the TC, big healing, and a little bit more damage. The Keeper is coming in for the staff. And the thing is, you need the Headhunters in big masses. But if you face a Keeper, Entangle is really good against it, especially in combination with the Treants, who have normal damage, which is amazing against the medium armor of the Headhunters, who are quite squishy themselves. So if Colorful gets a few kills early, this could break Soin's neck very early on.
Right, he sees him now. Stabbed onto the Wisp and then didn't exactly know where the Orc was. Didn't expect him at the tiny green camp. But there is a Shadow Priest, so there will be some Dispel. You have 2, maybe 3 Dispels if you have enough time to regen. But there's tons of mana on this Keeper. Sipped from the Moonwells, of course. There we go. Second Abolish coming in with the next Entangle. And Treants, maybe he could get a kill. But he doesn't have enough mana for that, really. So far, this Keeper fended off very well.
Yeah. Foggy back then tried to go into early Mass Huntress, also an expansion play. Colorful is going the opposite direction, which I like a lot.
Colorful is looking more like a Lawliot-esque, right? Get the tech going, stay one base, and just have a sturdy force at all times.
Yep. I agree. Is that a kill? Looks like it. Yeah, level 2 Entangle. But it's still 5 Headhunters, but are they that efficient? I mean, it's piercing damage versus piercing damage, medium armor versus medium armor. Nobody is going to do a lot of damage, but on Colorful's side, we have the Entangle, we have the Acid Bomb, and he's playing this very patiently, but right.
And he's keeping the TC from creeping as well. This is a single hero. He's supposed to spiral out of control. He's supposed to get at least to level 4 really quickly. But he can't do it. He's just can't move out. Creeping is too difficult. Whereas for this Alchemist, it's super easy. The middle green camps really don't deal any real damage at all. And I'm worried for Soin already. This game is not going the way it's supposed to so far.
Nope. The Keeper alone keeps him at bay. He's trying to creep the Sasquatch now. The damage is becoming more and more. Tech is on the way to tier 3 for the upgraded Headhunters. More piercing damage with the Shadow Hunter and most likely the Serpent Ward. So what is this tier 3 then for? For the Headhunter upgrade, obviously, but the clock is ticking. Mountain Giants are coming at some point.
I think he can't hope to win this game before MGs anymore. Not the way this has gone. That ship has sailed. So yeah, Shadow Hunter. I was thinking he would play TC solo, but that's not the case. Shadow it is instead. So yeah, is it going to be Serpent Wards? I guess so. That is what we see mostly nowadays. So to his mass piercing damage army, which can be countered by the MGs, he's going to add more piercing damage. It doesn't really look like the right idea.
Double Engine of Lore and tier 3 rushed as well. Halfway through already at the 7-minute mark, as you can see. Ring of Regeneration on the Keeper of the Grove. Okay, finally some more creeping for the TC who reaches level 3. And the Shadow Hunter is out as well. And is that enough? Can he expand behind this? I don't think so. Keeper is coming over again. Is this another guaranteed kill? The Headhunters are certainly hurt.
Maybe he's got the Dispel here. He's got the Shadow Priest. Oh, Hex trying to go for the hero kill here. There's going to be a Stomp. That's the nice thing about this hero combo. He's got a lot of Disable. Not enough to force the kill, but the TP Staff would not have been enough. That would have been cancelled. And now Colorful has to play a little bit more carefully. Doesn't have that TP anymore. And he's got no creep camps on his island, if you want to call it that. So he will have to venture out onto the map. This could be a little bit scary for him because at the moment, there are no Mountain Giants just yet.
Here's the first one, here's the second one, but they lack the upgrades. The upgrades are what makes them so strong, especially the Hardened Skin. I don't think you need Resistant Skin that much. I mean, they can be hexed, but you don't want to use your mana on the hex against Mountain Giants, I guess. Is he going Raiders, by the way? Oh, nice big mana potion. Is he going Raiders, by the way, for the triple disable?
A player's forces are under
I don't know. Haven't seen the main in a while.
I mean, there was a Beastery.
Might just be for Kodo. More damage. Damage! Kind of like the way you play Diablo, isn't it? Level 4 for the TC here, almost. The aura is going to help a little bit. Everything here is super bruised, by the way. Alchemist sees this. Oh, that's going to be a juicy acid bomb.
Oh, heal wave against the TP out. He has, of course, clarities in the main.
Yeah. So no Serpent Wards, by the way.
Yeah, it's a very rare instance. Yeah. We don't see that too much anymore.
The old build. Alright, we have the Berserker.
That is so big. That's such a great upgrade for him now.
Yep. Makes him a lot better. They already received, the Headhunters only, a buff in the latest patch. More range. Was always their biggest issue, I think.
Yeah.
They were ranged units, but they felt kind of like semi-melee units. They had to get so close anyways. But now a little bit better. But are they good against MGs? I wouldn't think so. Colorful can go for another one. At the moment, it's only 2 MGs. That's not too many.
I don't know if they have the upgrade yet. Looks like it, right?
I think so. I'm pretty sure they do. We have the one of the wind coming in, actually. Nice stomp, hits like everything. Do they have the resistance skin? That's the question. And it looks like the answer is no. They do not have resistance skin, so this MG is going to be up in the air for 20 seconds. And he surrounds the other one. There's a staff, however, and it shouldn't be on cooldown. He could just eat it. Ooh. Oh, the entangle.
Wow, what a play by Colorful. Mouth was already open, but the roots are coming from the ground, stopping that. That would have been 6 supply in the stomach. I mean, forever. He's going for the Alchemist here. Nice disable once more. The damage is coming in, but the Acid Bomb, heavy damage, heavy AoE damage. Ooh, can he get the Mountain Giant? No, not getting the block here. But this will be an eaten Mountain Giant. The question is, and I really don't know that, if you eat the Mountain Giant now, how long does it take until it's devoured?
A long time.
Because I don't know the damage the Kodo does.
It's like so and so much damage per second. I think it's like 5 maybe. Not quite certain.
That would take forever.
Dude, he's killing a lot of stuff right now. Colorful is dropping lower in supply. Actually still kind of high up there. Everything is super hurt though for Soin. Next Acid Bomb could find a lot of kills. He's chasing forward. Soin wants to find more kills, wants to find this Alchemist. He stomped. More damage. Does he have the time to TP? He didn't?
What? It was a double stomp against Alchemist and Keeper of the Grove. He couldn't staff him out because he was still stunned. And I think that was almost max range on the stomp there. Tremendous skill usage by Soin. It's time for him to back up. He needs healing on the Headhunters as soon as possible. Love the Alchemist edition, by the way, as a third hero for the Acid Bomb against whatever Colorful is building.
He really wants to get that, Kodo. He really, really wants it. Hex, this is kind of dangerous, but I think the TC's out of mana for Stomp. Yeah. Yes, he is. Colorful engaging that without the full upgrades on the Mountain Giants, really dangerous.
Oh, he did have a big mana potion, by the way. Mountain Giants are starting to get lower and lower. They're both at 50%. And he finally ate that Mountain Giant. That means, though, that Colorful has vision on that Kodo Beast now.
And he can entangle it.
And he can entangle it.
I don't think there's any saving this one. He's trying to save it with a TP. And that's gonna be good enough. He has to heal it though. Oh no, entangle.
Breaks the entangle.
Doesn't last that long. This is looking a lot better for Soin than I thought it would, considering he's going Berserkers against MGs.
Okay. There's a big question in chat right now. How can a Kodo eat a Mountain Giant? Well, if you don't have Resistance Skin, it is possible, because Resistance Skin levels up the Mountain Giants basically, but without that upgrade, they're still eatable.
Yeah, usually you can eat all ground units with Kodo Beasts, but with that upgrade, the Mountain Giants get hero resistance. So that means they can't get eaten, for example, anymore. Slow doesn't last as long. One of the wind doesn't last. He has a TP out of here.
Is there another disable?
He doesn't have a TP!
No, he doesn't have it. Stomp comes in. What? Second hero kill for Soin. Colorful is struggling hard, man, and this is the expansion for the Orc right now. The streak seems to continue. Colorful trying to counter-expand in a little bit of a desperation move in an unusual position.
But how could he move out there without a TP? And expose himself like this? That was... I mean, he really wanted to get the Kodo, I guess, but you're going up against Hex and Stomp. You can't rely on your staff, man.
Maybe... No. Maybe he checked the TC's mana, but not the inventory, but that makes no sense at all. And he thought, okay, he has no Stomp at the moment. So without the Keeper of the Grove now, Soin is pushing another Acid Bomb. But a lot of damage here with the Berserk ability.
Yeah, exactly. That is hurting when Acid Bomb is upon you. And you can keep that up 100% of the time, by the way, that Acid Bomb. But now the Alchemist, Hexed, he's in a bit of trouble. He does have the TP, though, so he shouldn't really die. And now the taunts coming in as well. Nice. Mass taunts. But not that much damage against this Orc army.
Acid Bomb again, reinforcements are coming in. I think he can't eat at the moment. Heal Spray, but immediately countered by that Hex. Taunts being used again. Soin has to constantly re-micro his entire army against this taunt.
Yeah, the important thing is when the Keeper comes back, because once he's back, he should be able to hold on here fairly easily.
3 Mountain Giants, full health. So hard.
Here you can see their big downside, though. They are the best tanks in the game, but for how much they cost, for how much supply they take up, they do very, very little damage. Need the acid bomb here to really do anything. Oh, he's going to get the first MG here, though. And that's going to be a big kill. And a level up.
Level up. It's level 2 for the Alchemist, or what was it? I don't know. This still devoured. That means, by the way, that 6 supply are basically useless for Colorful. He's effectively at 44 supply.
Alchemist has to be careful. There's an ensnare, but the entangle should be there. And yeah, once the Keeper's back, there has to be a TP out from Soen, keeping all of his units alive. Oh, forgot about that one.
How did that work?
Was out of range there and is going to be taken out. But it's only 1 Berserker. It's only 2 supply. You can certainly afford that, especially with the Expo that he does have. There was a tiny Great Hall earlier that he placed down there after killing the Keeper of the Grove. And yeah, this base is also up. This is a very sneaky position. This was earlier crept by the Orc himself, so he may not actually check this. Could be Colorful's way back into this game. Is he even behind? I can't even tell.
Both players are breaking upkeep now.
He's still got Mountain Giants against
Headhunters.
Headhunters, yeah.
Raiders are coming in for the triple disable now. With Hex, Stomp, and the mentioned Ensnare. But yeah, at some point he will need more damage. But how? I mean, he can't eat the Mountain Giants anymore, I'm pretty sure.
Must have resistant skin by now.
Yeah.
They say hello with a little slap. The Keeper seems to be harassing down at the Orc expansion. Don't think there's a Burrow down there, so this could be very expensive. Oh, yes. He's going to have to respond here. This is too easy. Oh, or is it? He's moving forward with his own Scroll of the Beast. Trying for, what's he going for? Heroes or MGs? MGs, they don't really die very quickly. Mass taunts coming out. He's trying to chase for that Alchemist.
Can't reach, though. Treants. Only level 1, but cause some damage together with the Keeper of the Grove. Damage is widely spread amongst all of this Mountain Giants. Hex against the Alchemist again. He's in a good position now. There is a TP. Can he stomp him again? Oh, looks like it, but the taunts are preventing the damage, so he bought the time for the town portal. MG taunt ability is saving the Alchemist.
Oh, that was so close. That was like 2 hits or something. And the Hex was almost ready as well. This can be crazy lockdown. You can go for the Hex first, then the Stomp, then Hex him again, then Stomp him again. This can be completely lockdown city here, which is pretty cool.
Level 3 Alchemist will help a lot with the Acid Bomb level 2. But the MGs are not really that hurt. 5, 6 of them now. He's not building anything else. And I think, like, could you build a few glaive throwers behind that? Because they're building such a big blocker line, but they don't do damage. Especially if you fight on bridges or close to bridges. You could block them with the MGs and then you have glaive throwers behind for the 80 damage or whatever they do.
Yeah, could be working out, but it's always such a risk. Like, what if they're out of position? What if there's a Zeppelin and suddenly he unloads his Zeppelin onto your glaive throwers? You know, there's a lot of danger to them. Whereas, if you just end up with 10 Mountain Giants, how are they supposed to die? And then, once they're like 10, their damage, I mean, does stack up, does build up.
Supply mount.
Yeah, why not? Let's go.
Yeah, especially in base races. Soen doesn't have too much siege units. I mean, he has 2 or 3 raiders, okay, but he doesn't have a shockwave, he doesn't have mass raiders, he doesn't have catapults. If those Mountain Giants grab a stick, they get siege damage, and with that, it's very easy to kill a base.
The 2 forces here meeting once again. Colorful always has to be careful with his heroes. Note how he's keeping them way in the back.
I love the blocker line here.
The lockdown is super scary. Alchemist can't go into melee range despite being a melee hero. TC moving into nice position for a Stomp. He killed a Mountain Giant here once again. And nothing's really dying on the Orc side. Okay, the Raiders now, they are going to fall level up here for this Alchemist. Must be level 4, I think, for Colorful. He's gonna get the next one!
Holy shit, I've never seen so many Mountain Giants die. That was usually the problem for all the Orcs. How do I kill them? Soen seems to have the answer with his triple hero combo, but he's finding the opening now to the Headhunter, dealing damage, but the Alchemist battle rages on. Raider falls to the entangle, but the rest stays alive, and that was big kills for Soen. But the supply still speaks in favor of Colorful.
Yeah, 12 supply down for Colorful with those 2 MGs. I think it was comparable for Soen. He lost like 3, maybe 4 units. And he just doesn't know about this Expo, man. He was so far ahead earlier. He could have cancelled this so easy.
Yeah, he still can, I think.
This should have been Soen's game. By the way, we're approaching the super late game. We are tier 3 already. You know which units I'm going to ask for, Neo, right?
Shaman?
They come from the Torrent Totem.
Ah,
player's
Spellbreakers.
forces are under attack.
Spirit Walkers.
I know they're also pretty good, but I'm thinking about Torrents.
Ah.
Might it be time?
I didn't
for
know that
once.
you're a fan of torrents, man. When did that?
Yeah, it's a
start?
recent development.
Ah, okay, yeah.
They need some support though. If you go for Torrents, such a big investment, such big units, you need some Dispel as well, otherwise it's just going to be entangled. So would be pretty clunky to get there. But on paper, against Mountain Giants, they're pretty good. So now the Expo is going to be under attack. Colorful up at 73 supply against only 60, but it's looking like a lot more here what Soin has. There's a pretty big force. He's actually going to give up the space because guess what? He's got another one up. That is natural. Can afford to lose this one.
Finally the level 3 for the Alchemist. That's great for the level 2 Acid Bomb. Or even level 2 Heal Spray.
Keeper may have gotten level 5.
No, it's far away.
Okay.
Level 4 for the Alchemist though. If those heroes reach level 6, it's gonna be insane. Tranquility for the Keeper of the Grove to heal up the Mountain Giants. Oh, Tome of Experience. And especially Transmute for the Alchemist. That can win you games.
Oh, sticks. Sticks, Neo. This base is low already. I don't know if he can save this one. Does he have a TP? He does, right? Yeah.
Okay,
Has to go right away.
Needs a lot of repair as well. This time he has a Burrow. Raiders being picked up.
Uh-oh!
Oh, the Keeper! Surrounds the Keeper with a TP. Uses Wind of the Wind once more to save him a little. But there is no saving him. Staff was impossible against all that disable. And now, without Entangle, without Treants, how do you deal with this massive damage from those Headhunters? Another Mountain Giant down. Can he kill the second one? No. But man, nice defense. Hero kill for Soin. 67 supply. All of a sudden, the Orc has the supply lead.
And I wonder, was that intentional? Did he try to surround him with that TP? So awesome. What a great teleport indeed. And now the Keeper going to be gone on the sidelines for a very long time, unless he goes for the Tavern Revive. He could afford it, honestly. Oh, there's the Torrent. There's the Torrent Totem.
Remo, it's coming. Torrent Totem on the way.
Might just be for Spirit Link. Spirit Link also super strong.
Yes, there's no natural disable in this Night Elf army as there are no Dryads, so he has to bring Wisps all the time to get rid of the mana of the Spirit Walkers. With tier 3, of course, they have a huge mana pool and can revive themselves. And they can revive Torrent. If you decide to build Torrent. Main gold mines, by the way, expired. Tree of Eternity is no longer on that spot.
They got the sticks again.
Ooh, that is a crucial moment for Soin. He has to defend again.
He may not have rebought the TP. Oh, no, he did.
He does, but the damage, look at this damage! The Great Hall falls! And man, there's no income for Soin anymore. Town Portal out by Colorful. Insane Surgical Strike. He has the Expo up. The Tree of Eternity is walking over. Out of nowhere with one move. Colorful is in the lead and Soin is in deep trouble.
Beautiful positioning, by the way, there, where the Alchemist decided to use the TP. He ran way into the back, so he couldn't be TP stomped, hexed, killed. Wanted to make sure to get out of there again, because a perfectly placed TP could have kind of killed his entire army. Or at least the hero and maybe 1 or 2 Mountain Giants.
We are at 8 Mountain Giants, by
Players'
the way.
forces are under attack.
Hell yeah, dude. Go big or go home, literally.
That is more than 10,000 HP.
Big stomp here from the TC. They're starting to tickle them to death here. The Berserkers in the backline don't even have the most upgrades, actually. And now he's going for the Alchemist once again, but there's a staff because the Keeper just came back.
I love how Colorful is adapting during this game to the mass disable combo of Soin.
Yeah.
He positions his hero way better than at the start of the game.
Yeah, really smart. Has to be super careful. Oh, by the way, the Alchemist landed on the outside of the map because the Tree of Eternity is over there now. And now he's in a bit of trouble once again. Here comes the Stomp. In a moment after the Hex should be there. This might be the kill. This may very well be the kill. Where's the Hex? Does he have the Hex? Oh my god, he gets it.
Doesn't even need it. And keeping this Alchemist away from level 6 is super important. But now 2 gold mines up. Mass stun once again. Can he go for the Keeper? No, he doesn't want to get rid of the Mountain Giants here. 2 kills around the corner. Big experience for the Orc heroes, but he has to run away as Raiders are falling and Headhunters as well.
That's level 5 now for the Keeper. Or might it even be level 6? I'm not even sure. By the way, really cool how he went for the anti-magic on the Keeper. That means you can't be hexed anymore. That can be a big help as well.
Soin is dropping hard in supply. Heal wave again. But the taunts, man. It's really hard to run away from taunt. Getting another kill, though.
not using any treants, right? I guess he doesn't want to feed experience?
Level 5 Shadowhunter, that's... oh, here comes Hex again. We've seen this before. Staff teleportation only. Anti-magic potion, can't use it. Here comes the stun. He is surrounded. He needs the Hex. No, he is surrounded though. Staff is working out. Not enough damage. Gets home, but he's out of the fight. And maybe time for Mountain Giants to die, but Soin is losing 10 supply, chasing this hero.
Yeah, he's got very little left. No more income, remember.
And 2 gold mines for Colorful.
Yeah, level 4 here for the Alchemist.
Not the biggest upgrade though.
Did we even see heal spray from him? What's his second skill point?
Chemical Rage.
Did we see that?
Ooh, long distance.
I guess we did. These MGs, he's close to killing one of them, but he actually micros him back, and they should easily be able to buy the time here for the second hero, the Alchemist, to be coming back once again. Soin is really struggling with the mana. If he was full mana here, this would all be a lot easier. I wonder, like, so late into the game, or at one point, could have been a consideration to go for Shockwave, maybe? Yeah, probably not. The hero kill potential of Stomp and Hex really kept him in this game, but now Soin is losing close to all of his units. He's gonna be left with only 1 Berserker here in just a little while. And with a 2 base economy, even if you kill these MGs, there's gonna be replacements.
Okay, Staff not used on Colorful side. There we go. Alchemist is back though, and the TC is not level 6 and down to 50%. Acid Bomb on the Shadowhunter. Both heroes are super low. Colorful turns this game around as it seems. Once again, he has to run away. Oh, the Entangle comes onto the Alchemist. It's gonna be a double kill here. Invo Potion, not you. Oh, that was on the Alchemist, sorry. Losing the first hero, losing the second hero. GG, Colorful in deep trouble. Not giving up though, and this attack against the expansion with the Mountain Giants was glorious and saved this game.
Tenacious play by Colorful, not giving up, falling behind, remember, at one point in the mid-game, falling far behind. If Soin had found that expo, had scouted for it and cancelled it, this should have been his game.
Yeah. Scouting in Warcraft 3. For the longest time before patch 1.30, it wasn't that important actually, because everyone knew what everyone was playing, what the timings were. With 1.29 it changed a little, with 1.23.30, scouting is so important, man. There are surprises everywhere.
Yeah, and especially in that situation that Soin was in, you kind of can't blame him, because your opponent just lost a terrible fight. It's so unlikely that he's suddenly expanding somewhere, but Colorful going for that. Can you call it an insurance play, perhaps? If all else fails, maybe this expansion can save me. And I think it did. Along with the Mountain Giants. The late game army composition of his was pretty one-dimensional. It was 8 Mountain Giants. That's, I'm pretty sure, the most we've ever seen.
Yes. But it's also the most Mountain Giants dying we've ever seen.
Yes. But there were replacements, you know. I must say, the mass piercing damage, along with a triple hero, of course, fared much better against these MGs than I thought they would. The damage
was a little unlucky for Soin with the timing, right? He just built the Tauren Totem to do some kind of transition to, like, walkers for the Spirit Link, which helps a lot against the Mountain Giants, and the damage coming from the Torrents then. But in that very moment, when the Tauren Totem was up, Colorful was in to deny his mind.
Yeah. That's a strength that the Mountain Giants bring with them. Pick up the sticks and suddenly you can blast away an expansion like that within seconds. And in that scrappy late game situation, it's not like you have just 700 gold lying around for another tiny Great Hall. Not in that game anyways. So.
Speaking of games, by the way, Danger was defeated by Fly, who's now 3-1, and Sock leads 1-0 against Lucifer. So it could be a pretty close match, race between Fly and Sock then, if both win their games. Then it would be 3-1 for Fly, 3-1 for Sock, and Colorful, if it continues to stay this way, 4-0 qualified already.
Okay, could be pretty interesting. The dream would of course be for Fly versus Sock at the end of today to be the decision. That would be pretty hype.
And it is the stage match, right?
Yes.
Or Soin strikes back, then we would have 3 players with 3-1. Group B, man, very, very close, very, very entertaining, very, very challenging when it comes to the math.
Yeah, but the fact still remains, as we said at the beginning of this game, Colorful, the win here, and he is through 100%. And he was sweating a little, he was shaking, more than just a little, to be honest, on Terranas. But now, one more map. This will be the chance. It is the Orcs map choice, though. It is Echo Isles. But if Colorful takes it regardless, that's him in the playoffs.
Indeed. First time at his 5th gold tournament. Here we go. Map number 2. China versus Korea. It's Colorful versus Soin on Echo Isles. Playoff points for the Chinese. And if Soin loses, he is eliminated. Lots on the line for these two young, gentle players. Colorful in the upper left in red. Soin in the upper right in blue. And it is again the War Mill first.
I like the confidence. He believes in his strategy. It may have failed, but that doesn't mean it cannot win. And we're going Headhunters again, boys, which almost 100% means TC first again.
Yes.
Interesting.
So, how does this map change this game? Terranos Stand, the bases are far away from each other. There's a lot of consumables on that map. There's a lot of Tomb of Experiences on Terranos Stand. All of that doesn't go for Echo Isles.
At the very, very beginning, I'd say it's a little bit better for the Orc for the reason that the Keeper doesn't get level 2 immediately, unless he creeps the Merc Camp, which is a risk to take, though, which Colorful didn't take. He's going with a safer Green Camp first, and the Keeper of the Grove, of course. I think where it makes the biggest difference, yes, map size obviously is going to be a big deal, but we saw a lot of heroes in that last game. We saw 5 different heroes, and on Terranos Stand there's plenty of creep camps to share experience for those heroes. Not the case here. Echo Isles, I haven't done the math exactly, but I'm pretty sure this is the map with the least experience on. Amazonia, strictly speaking, is a smaller map, but I think we have bigger creep camps and more experience there. Point being, if you go triple hero, you're not going to have high-level triple hero.
Absolutely. And there's only 1 gold mine for each player on this map. That means Colorful wouldn't be able to get 3 gold mines at the same time. I mean, technically, yes, but basically impossible. He goes for an Engine of War right next to his base. Is he fearing Burrow or Tower Rush as it became more and more common in recent weeks?
I think so. I think he's covering his bases here. If you go for the Merc Camp creep and suddenly there's a Farseer or a Blade Master being super aggressive, you can be in tons of trouble because you're going to be stuck with a level 1 Keeper without Entangle, and then you just have those little treants which are okay for creeping, but not exactly the best against heroes, especially early game. Headhunters once again starting the creep camp early before the TC comes out, being scouted by a Wisp, and get the first blood.
I'm pretty sure that Colorful did not expect Soin to do this again, because if he would, then you pick the Demon Hunter, and this game is basically over after the hero choice. Because the Demon Hunter is so strong against this TC Headhunter combo.
Yeah, true. But he probably thinks, alright, if he plays TC Headhunters again, I can counterplay against it well enough again. Whereas if he goes for Demon Hunter, he's going to be a lot weaker against other possible strategies. So once again, with that, covering his bases, I would say.
And once again, there's a lot of hate on the patch because of the Keeper, but looking at the Orcs, it's now confirmed that Orc can go every single hero and play a legit strategy.
That's actually true.
I mean, Blade Master was the #1 hero for the longest time. A lot of players experimented with the Farseer that got buffed, and now we see it more and more if you harass. Shadow Hunter got some decent spotlight in the past few months, and now Soin brings in the Torrent Chief.
That's kind of the dream. All for starting heroes for the race being viable first heroes. And at the moment... Okay, Night Elf maybe kind of in very few special cases. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, the Orcs are the only ones who can really do that, so...
Undead is very close as well.
Soin just killed his own Headhunter, by the way. Oh. Accidentally, he was trying to switch over the aggro and then didn't quite pay close attention enough to switch it back again. In the grand scheme of things, though, perhaps shouldn't be the biggest of deals. They are cheap units, so I guess you can afford to lose one. It's going to slow down his creeping, though, a little bit moving forward here. As, of course, the TC wants to level up more. So, yeah, I wonder where he takes this. Is this going to be TC solo now? I think the heroes really helped him out a lot against these Mountain Giants, just because of the base damage value. Yeah. It's not just about DPS against MGs, it's about the damage range that you have.
Ouch! this item helps a lot. Pendant of Energy, 2 more Entangles, 1 more set of Treants.
Yeah. And much better regen as well from the Moonwells.
Yeah. If you drop the item, then use the Moon Juice, then pick up the item again, you have a lot more mana.
TC will be level 3 here. The Talisman of Evasion, not too bad. He's always going to be in the front line, making him more tanky there with that 15% dodge chance. Level 3 now for him.
Nice item here as well, with the coming with the level 3 is the Scroll of the Beast. So if Colorful is not bringing in Wisps, that's going to be a lot more damage on those Headhunters, especially if he gets more upgrades as well.
With that item, is he considering a push strat right now? Tier 2, get a Tinker, let's move across.
Oh yeah. Could be interesting, but I mean he has the level 2. Oh, okay, the answer is no. He's going tier 3 right away.
So the strat entirely remains the same. Shadowhunter again, and I imagine Alchemist follow-up.
Yep.
But as we were pointing out at the beginning of this game, he's not going to have the same amount to creep here on this map.
Alchemist for Colorful as well. I feel like Colorful is getting a lot less pickups than he did on Terranos. Someone is playing a little more defensively.
Yep.
And Colorful as well, like not super aggressive.
He's playing super defensively.
Yeah.
So in his dude. He's just standing in his base.
Yep.
Not doing anything right now. Of course, the Keeper's pretty strong right now. The Keeper's going to be strong at all stages because he's playing against Keeper without Dispel, which is usually the #1 thing to look for against him. If you want to be really picky, you can say, yes, he's got the Shadow Priest, but it's not like that's exactly reliable Dispel, being so squishy and not having too many Dispels to begin with. I like the steal here, that's pretty nice. Colorful is getting such a big experience advantage at this point.
Yeah, it's not easy to catch up here at all. I mean, you can maybe steal the
coming in
turtle.
for the Hex. Might this be dangerous?
Speed scroll, and he got it. There is a speed scroll, but the rest of the army is so far away. Now Entangle, Hex to counter this. Oh, the army is coming from the north. He needs a stun, otherwise there's a TP. Just a split second too late.
Could that have been a kill? I'm not sure how the cooldowns would have worked out there, but that would have been close. He could have stomped him in time before the TP. And maybe the Hex would have been ready. Probably not, though. Hex should have more than a 3-second downtime, so... yeah. Very low percentage kill there. Tried to go for it. Not quite, but it's a TP gone once again. Whoa! That's Shamans.
What the hell?
So he's gonna have Purge. That's really good against Entangle. And he's potentially gonna have Bloodlusted Berserkers, which is a lot of damage. Against everything but Mountain Giants. But at least it's gonna be a little bit more damage. Bloodlust gives additional movement speed and attack speed. Very rare to see. More of a team game FFA upgrade. It's really powerful if there's no Dispel. To be honest, I don't exactly know the values. I think it's 25% movement speed and like 75% attack speed, something like that. Anyways, it's really good. It got buffed as well. The mana cost has been reduced. So yeah, he is deviating now. And I like that. Because again, the triple hero is very unlikely to be working out here on this very map. Interesting also how it's changing the players being aggressive. Oh, hold that thought here. The Alchemist in trouble. Is he going to stomp in time this time? Yes, he is. Should still have the time for the invul, I think. Hex is coming in a moment. He has to go for the invul. What's he doing? Oh, he has the staff. Okay. Whew. Calm down, Remo. He's got the staff. Sometimes I forget that this item exists, but it's a pretty good one. Certainly worth the 150 gold in that example. First 2 Mountain Giants are here. And I think the last game may have taught him a bit of a lesson, being like, okay, maybe I should wait until I have the upgrades. On Terranos stand there, the big engagement in the middle. When one Kodo got cycloned up in the air, the other got devoured. That didn't feel good. So this time, Colorful was waiting for the upgrades. It seems like, oh, once again, second scroll of speed. This time, he's trying to go for the Keeper. Hex, Stomp. Can he be safe? There's no staff for him, or is there second staff? No! Colorful making a big mistake, way too far forward with his Keeper of the Grove, losing that first hero. And with that, a lot of damage out of this army. Where is the damage in this army, I ask you? Well, I guess it's enough TP out, forced by Soen. Everything should be in range. Oh, nice. Saves everything there, actually. Very nice. Gets that hero kill
Under attack.
with the TP. Saves the rest. And I think these shamans do have Master now. That's pretty cool. He's going to have a lot more damage with the shamans, and he's going to have Dispel against the Entangle. I like this addition. On paper, I have never seen this, actually, in practice. We'll have to see. Tiny Great Hall once again. At only 45 supply, it's not exactly the highest. There's still a couple of creep cams left around his natural, so he should be able, just by normal creeping, to kind of protect this. No expansion this time around for Colorful. And yeah, this one will be coming up, obviously. Do we have any hero level ups close around the corner?
A player's forces
not
are
sure.
under attack.
Our Observer is going to give us a chance. Oh, he doesn't have Master. He's going to go Master, though, right? There's so much value in this. It's a long upgrade, and Soen's actually super low on Lumber, but so I guess for that reason, perhaps not. But Colorful, now he's going into Upkeep. Okay, boys. It's going to be time for mass MGs again. He's going to have 4. Is that going to be enough? Wisp here scouts it, but I'm pretty sure he knew about this before. These players, of course, play ladder a lot. Pretty sure they have encountered this before. Or did Soen actually save this strat specifically for a moment like this? I'm not sure. Master Training is not yet done, by the way. Still taking about another minute. Master Trainings on all the casters take a very long time. But the Keeper, of course, was dead. Dude, it feels like he's been dead for the last 3 minutes. Alright, there he is finally.
Yeah, I'm finally back. I had to call our production to fix these lags. Hopefully they do. Looks good now. So thank you for your patience, guys. I still need some time to get into this game.
Yeah, we have Master Shamans. We're gonna have Bloodlust, the most cool sounding buff in the game, with a my favorite sound effect. I'm not gonna do it again here. Don't even ask. Maybe later. All right, here we go. Stomp once again. Where is the Bloodlust? Here we go.
Alrighty, massive damage upgrade from the Headhunters. It's 4 Mountain Giants. That is kind of the key. Oh, Entangle on the TC. Here comes the Dispel against this Bloodlust. TC's getting purged there, and he's free again, but he forces him back. Oh, Taunt again. Dispel. Oh, Entangle.
Oh, nice. He purges the Entangle.
Yep.
Nice play.
Yep. For the second time, right?
I didn't see it before, but entirely possible. The Wisp was so important to bring to the battle for the mana drain. Now he only has 1 Wisp left. Was this his one chance? His one opportunity? TC, almost level 4. SH, kind of close to level 3, not really close. And finding Mountain Giant kills to get those experience points, not exactly the easiest either. Once again, TC moving forward. Nice stomp into the backline there. The archer damage greatly reduced. Now we have the level 4. Now we have the big aura, and everything here is big, bloody, and evil. But the TC might actually just be dead. He is! First hero falls. Okay. Is your army still good enough? The AMDs, for the time being, are still super high HP. Everything is dropping low here for the Orc side. It looked good with that hero kill, with that Expo, with the Bloodlust. Is it good enough? So finally, level 3 for the SH. This is the biggest SH I've ever seen, by the way. Buffed up by the Bloodlust. He's using the mana potion. He's getting in the healing as much as he can. He needs a heal scroll as well, though, I think. Should have gotten one. Maybe he didn't have the chance. Maybe he didn't have the money. I'm not sure. Or 2 tick outs at the same time from the Acid Bomb. And another one flying in. Alchemist. He got the Pendant of Energy from his friend, the Keeper of the Grove, earlier. So many Acid Bombs to use. And more kills going the Night Elf's way. Now ahead by 7 supply.
Alchemist is getting purged, might be surrounded here. He has an Invo Potion that saves him for 7 seconds. Acid Bomb on the casters and all the low HP units. Easy to fight out for him there. And more damage over time. Another kill, and this one...
Oh, that feels bad, man. And this Expo now no longer defended by the army. Easily taken out with the sticks. Man, it looked good for Soen there. But that's it, GG. Once again, Colorful falling behind. But the MGs bring him back.
And they bring him into the quarterfinal for the very first time. 5th time Gold League, 1st time playoffs. The rise of Colorful continues as we have a new Night Elf force in the scene. Handshake, fair play, Soen eliminated.
That's sad, of course, but let's focus on the positive. Colorful, the breakout player of the year, is continuing his rise, it's too early to say dominance, but to prevalence, to the world stage and to fame. He is one of the big Night Elf hopes here in this tournament, along with Moon, along with Lawliot and Foggy.
Of course, Foggy, yeah. The Night Elves, they look very good here. 2 Night Elves qualified already, 1 Orc. And there's got to be 1 more player after today. We're looking for the 4th quarterfinalist. It's going to be Fly, Lucifer, or Sock. Lucifer and Sock are currently playing. It looks okay for Sock as he leads 1-0. We have no result from the second game, unfortunately, but it could be a very, very close race between Sock and Fly. If Sock wins, they're both 3-1, and that would be our main event of the day.
Absolutely. But before that, it's going to be our game. We're going to have a Battle of the Titans next. Both these players have already qualified, Lin and Foggy, in Group A, eliminating the world champion, TH, there, falling to the great players from Korea and Ukraine, respectively. This is going to be about first place. This is going to be about seeding, and that is important. It's not as important, I guess, as getting into the playoffs in the first place, but if you get first place in your group, that means you're going to get second place opponent in the upper bracket, which is the only bracket that we have. We have single elimination, of course, in the playoffs, and that should give you the easier opponent compared to a first place.
You should definitely
adversary.
dodge 1-0 with that, and that's what everybody wants, I guess.
Especially Foggy.
The newbie player, 1-2-0. What a force, man. We're gonna see him tomorrow and the day after when Group C and D starts alongside Moon, for example, Lawliot, Focus, Joshishi, our boys Sonic and Hawk.
Yes.
And Cash, of course, as well. But yeah, we have 2 more games for you today. And I know that there's a little bit more lag than it was yesterday, but we called our technicians. The networkers are working on it, so that's the first time here in 2 days. Pretty good quote for a Chinese tournament. But I hope, yeah, it's going to be better for the upcoming 2 days because they're going to be hot!
Absolutely. So, yeah, it was a pretty... It looked in the end like a one-sided affair, right, between Soin and Colorful, but there were moments in there where like, hey, man, suddenly he's in the lead, but Colorful with... It's like a trademark championship characteristic, right? Championship player characteristic, I want to say, excuse me. You fall behind, but you don't give up. You don't type out the double Gs. You stay in there and you look for your opportunity and you bite your way through. And making that, being able to do that 2-0 as well, that speaks volumes, I guess you could say, for Colorful. He is not just playing better than in the past, he's looking like a different player.
Absolutely.
I don't know if it's the confidence that it was given to him at Next or what it is, or finally the hard work of years paying off, something clicking, I don't know, but it's so cool to have a player like that in the top ranks again, because we always talk about these top 7, top 6, 7, 8 players that can actually win championships, and I don't want to get too ahead of myself here, it's still early days, but if he keeps playing like that, keeps improving a little bit more, I could see Colorful up there maybe.
Alright, we'll see about that. The playoffs start next Wednesday. Foggy, Lin, and Colorful are already there. 1 more to go. And who's gonna win Group A? That's our next answer we have here on this stream. We have a matchday thread on reddit.com/r/WC3. Please feel free to leave the feedback there. We also have a cool Instagram feed for you guys at instagram.com/backtowarcraft, where we did a post-match interview with Foggy after his game against Neutron. You can still watch that for 24 hours. He's talking about the playoffs, his performance here, and who he wants to face and who he does not want to face. And Foggy is gonna be the next one in the match against Lin. That most hyped game of the day coming up. We give it over to the winner interview on stage.
就平时我上了主舞台，我都特别紧张的，但是这次感觉发挥还不错吧，就劣势的时候打的还是比较合理。
其实整个比赛我们在看的时候，也是真的为你捏了一把汗，因为这场比赛非常的关键。虽然你是一个3-0的一个开局，但如果这场比赛假如说输掉的话，其实对你出现有很大的一个影响。不过好在你是稳住了，是不是也是因为这个原因导致你当时的一些紧张呢？
是的，就是一般打比赛吧，就是那种 死亡之组，就是我觉得我出不了线的那种组，我反而能打得比较好，就是那种我感觉我快出线的时候我就打得特别挫，就这样子的。
但是没有关系，现在已经是稳住了，也是恭喜一下你获得了一个4比0的一个成绩啊。那之前我采访令的时候，他表示说，虽然他现在状态还是不错，但是他看好一个精灵选手可以夺冠。那请问您是否也同样认同这个看法呢？
打不过我打内战打不过，基本上都是输吧，打比赛。
哦，就除了内战都赢了是吗？
那不是。
就他非常谦虚，他也比较紧张，所以我想跟他开个玩笑。不管怎么样，还是恭喜一下你啊！那我再问一下，8强的话，你希望碰到谁
？8强，最好别让我碰到暗夜吧。
不要打内战就可以了，是吧？好，我们把掌声送给彩色。好，那现场的话依旧是有一个福利环节，又来到了我们抽奖的环节，同样是有2个幸运儿，一个可以获得30点的战网点卡，另外一个是可以获得彩色亲笔签名的暗夜精灵战服，有请礼仪。好，先给我们抽出这位观众呢，是可以获得30点的战网点，我们来看一下，180号。180号，欢迎。非常开心啊，笑容很灿烂啊。好，跟彩色握个手，对，我来我们的镜头合一个影。好，恭喜一下，你可以联络一下我们的工作人员，谢谢。好，来有请彩色。下一位幸运儿可以获得暗夜精灵的战服以及彩色的签名。103号，103。
一直都在。
很欣慰暴雪还在坚持的更新出那款经典的游戏。 自从有了官方对战平台以后，玩家的数量或者说魔兽的口碑也一步步在增长。
我主要是喜欢魔兽争霸的编辑器的一些功能，可以去做一些炫酷的特效，就像我们创造一个世界一样，拥有自己的那种成就感。
投入地图是需要花费大量的时间，一个技能甚至可能会做上就是几小时。
官方平台也有去号召玩家说，把地图质量做好的前提下，是可以通过商城增加你一定额外收入的。在未来，把魔兽作为一个职业是完全有可能的。
每一次作者上能良好的促进平时见不着面的作者在线下来一次交流，分享自己的经验。
我把地图做好的前提下，魔兽的发展可以带给作者更多的收获，带给玩家更多的快乐。
网易和暴雪在这面达成了非常一致的共识，不断优化我们的产品，让每位地图开发者能真正开发出更加优秀的游戏，把我们的整个产品平台带向一个更广阔的未来和空间。
Such a perfect specimen.
耶稣的力量，巨魔的心里只有一种欲望，也随他，他拦他，冲飞他，然后再回响。在这竞技场，别犯傻，看我的神灵登场。别害怕，这副喇叭是拳法，太轻松了，把你送回家。你太菜了，一个人只有一次人生，一定要赢得每次斗争。站起来，我不管，我最帅，在这竞技场。擦亮你眼睛，我是英雄，你根本不是对手。别把我当小丑，小心你的血。别怕受伤，凭借这种狂，在这竞技场。
沙漠惊险，外太空战舰残骸。
由于外星种族登陆地球，星球大战一触即发。
未確認の改善物。
见。星际争霸，重置归来。 For Lordaeron, for the king! Let battle be joined! Loktar, my warriors, as you wish.
想要拉高 GDP， 就要炒房买土地。一个地区、一个文明的发展，和房地产有着千丝万缕的关系。而在魔兽争霸游戏中，如何购置房产也一样有着重大学问。下面就由我来为大家雨露均沾、语重心长地讲解魔兽争霸 1.30 新版本的新战术。
兽族新版本化身队员强的一件皮，首发先知单丁升2本，然后带着哈士奇去对面小区随便转转，扰扰民拆拆迁。由于新版本的新改动，兽人2本就可以掌握水泥核